All right, so hey, what's going on? I'm watching these videos on YouTube. I've been watching them for a long time, probably geez, man. These rapture videos and all these type of videos for strong now, a couple years. But for the past, I think like 2 years or maybe a year, and it's 2021 right now, by the way. It's March 2021. But for the past year, maybe even 2 years, they've been progressively, you know, getting more common, I would say. Some of them you can kind of think like, maybe they're just saying this because they're trying to get some clout. Maybe they're just saying this because, you know, they're just trying to get some views or whatever the case is. So you have to carefully look at each one and figure out exactly who's being legit and who's just selling wolf tickets, who's just lying. But there are a lot of them, which I'll say, and when I'm talking about these ones, probably like 95% of them, I do believe because I can look and see the fire in someone's eye. You know what I mean? When someone's telling you a story, you can actually break down their body language and the way that they say things and the way that they come across and see if they're lying or not. There's many different factors that tell if someone's lying. And a lot of them, I don't believe that they're lying. They're very much telling the truth. And to have these type of dreams, there's something about this because I myself have had them too. So this one in particular, I had about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, maybe even 7 months ago, to be honest with you, maybe like 6 to 7 months ago. No, I'm sorry, excuse me. No, that was another one. This one I had about a year and a half ago. Okay. So this one I had about a year and a half ago. Yeah, about a year and a half ago. So I asked, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think about when because I don't want to lie to you guys, saying I had it 6 months ago and I had like a year and a half ago, but I think I had about a year and a half ago. Pretty sure about a year and a half ago. So this is my dream on me asking God to show me something. So as I'm watching these videos one day, I'm asking God. You get kind of frustrated as a Christian. You're like, come on, man, like show me something too. You showing everybody else something. Can I get a little glimpse? So that's not how I asked him. Of course, I'm not gonna, But I said, hey, God, would you show me something? Like honestly, I need to be rejuvenated. I need to be. Give me some of that heaven juice as well. Show me something. Like I'm here fighting this battle. And I'm just not getting any kind of. And John Smith over there is getting all kind of dreams. That dude is just caking up on dreams. But I felt like nothing was happening to me. So I basically just asked him if he can give me some dreams or to give me something. Let me see something. That's basically what I said. I said, if you're listening, I was getting frustrated, That's how you talk to God when you get frustrated. Whoever you are, I'm just playing. But, if, I asked him if he's listening, just give me something. I was getting frustrated. Give me something, because I'm here doing all this stuff and, trying to bring people to you in my own simple way. And, I could be doing a lot better at that, by the way. But that night, sure enough, something happened. God is my witness. Now, a few things happened. I'm not going to get into everything, but over this past year, I've had some things happen to me, which I'll do different videos on. But this one in particular is about this dream when I was taken to hell, okay? And I'll tell you how I knew it was hell. It wasn't like I was down there and I saw demons running around pitchforks. No, nothing like that. But that does it. Long story. I'll get there soon. So I made a video about this when I first had the dream. I actually woke up and I was sweating up a storm in my bed. And I came to my room, this little area I have here, and I recorded it that night. Maybe I'll throw in a clip. Maybe not. I was looking kind of rusted and dusted. It was too early in the morning, so I don't think I want that floating around on the internet. But I'll tell you what happened. So I go to bed that night, and it started to happen in a weird part of sleep. And I noticed a lot of things happen to me here. When I'm about to fall asleep, but not really asleep, like in that middle phase to where I'm still coherent, but I'm asleep, if that makes any sense. I don't know what they call that. I don't know if they call it the REM sleep. I don't know what that is. Or maybe the REM sleep when you're in deep sleep or whatever. But the middle one where you're about to fall asleep, but you're not really falling asleep. And I dazed off somewhere that same night that I asked. No lie. I put this on everything I love. I woke up as I was about to fall asleep. I just remember disappearing, and I come to my awareness, and I look around, and I'm in this almost city-like place, right? Like a town or a city. It looked like Earth. No lie to you, like it looked like Earth. But it was darker, it was gray. It wasn't like dark at night, it was just gray. Everything it was lacking color, if I could say that. It was lacking too much color. There was still color there, it was as much dull. Excuse my hand gestures. It was dull. It was very dull. So as I'm looking around, I don't know how I knew this. Again, all this doesn't make sense to me because I'm in my human form. I think if I was in my spirit form, I'd understand more, but I don't, again, I'm only human. But I don't know how I knew this, but I came to awareness that God wasn't with me. That makes any sense at all. Okay? So maybe some of you will know what I mean out there, maybe you don't, but where I was, let me just try to break this down. Where I was, there was no God. Okay? Look, before I get to the rest of it, on this earth, you have God here, so there's always hope. So you could do something and whatever, come back, from it because God is here. You're alive. There's still blood running through your veins. There's still life in you. And God is here on this earth. He's here. He's present. He's omnipresent. You can call on him. You can touch bases with the Holy Spirit. You can, reach to the Holy Spirit. He'll get with Jesus. Jesus will contact you. And then Jesus is the gateway to God. And boom, 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 boom. So, you have God here. When you're in hell, there is no God there. That's why it's called hell. Let me just explain that again. So, when I was there, I woke up, or I don't know what came to my awareness, I'll say, and I looked around. And I just had the deep guttural feeling that there was no God there. Boom. That was it. And I just got freaked out for a minute. And I said to myself, I don't know if I was speaking. I don't know what was going on. I said, God, don't you leave me. Don't leave me. I said, where are you, man? Don't leave me. Where are you, man? And then right when I said that, I'm not going to lie, right when I said that, there was a hint of something with me, but not with me. But kind of there with me, kind of like maybe showing me around or guiding me around, but I couldn't see it. It was not there. But there was a little bit of hope, which is more hope than anybody else had. Because I'll tell you this in a minute, but there was more hope than anybody else had. So no one else had that same hope that I had. What I took from that and when I woke up that was God letting me know I'm just being a visitor right now. But you're looking around at people that are not visitors. They don't have the same hope that you have. They probably can't see me. They couldn't see me. But I could see them. They didn't have the hope that I had. I had a little tiny bit too. I'm not talking about like, oh man, I'm kicking back in here. Oh, how you guys doing? Hey, sorry about it. No. I thought I was in there for real. But there was a little bit which made me feel a whole lot better. But tiny bit of something was with me. Maybe it was an angel. I don't know if it was God. Maybe it was an angel. Something was showing me around, but not saying anything, kind of keeping their distance. So as I looked around in this place, I'm looking at people and everyone's passing each other, but everyone has that a worrisome look on their face, like they're stressing out about something, they're worried, and they're just sad and just angry, worried and sad and pressured, and it was like everyone was passing each other like two boats in the night, just not even seeing each other, just, and everyone was just passing each other. Okay, everyone's passing each other, right? Weird thing, everyone's just passing each other, and they got their head down and they're stressed, their faces all crunched up and they're just stressed out and sad, depressed. I mean, everything that is negative that Jesus tells you in the Bible, don't worry about, because I died for you. Basically, anxiety, don't worry about your anxieties, all this other stuff. Everything negative was happening there, okay? So I'm looking at all this and I'm like, gosh, like what is going on? Like everyone is just so distraught. And as I'm walking through this city, I'm keeping it. It just wasn't too long. I was only down there for like 15 minutes. And I woke up. But as I'm walking through this city, I'm like looking at all this, and I'm just really like thrown back at how everybody is just so distressed. And as I walked, another thing hit me, like boom. Exactly. That was only 1 minute right there, right? But another, okay, 1 minute from when I got there, I saw the people, and then a minute later, another thing hit me, boom. And it's like a soft voice, you're in hell. I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, I knew it. And I was trying to figure out where I was for about a minute, maybe a little under a minute, as I'm seeing all this stuff going on. I'm walking, I'm seeing all this stuff. And then I'm wondering, where am I? What is going on? What is this? And something told me in my spirit, I don't know how to explain it. Something told me, it's like when you ask a question in the spirit world, you get an answer fast. You see what I'm saying? It's like not here where you have to search for it, maybe get on Google or something like that. You ask a question in the spirit world and it's just automatically downloaded. So right when I asked that question, like, where am I? And I said it again, like, oh gosh, where am I? Boom, you're in hell. And I knew I was in hell, and I was like, thinking to myself, like, man, maybe I'm here. But then again, in the back of my spirit or whatever, that small thing was walking with me. So I was like, I knew I was just kind of going for a ride. But yeah, so that happened, and they told me I was in hell, or whoever told me I was in hell. And I walked, then I remember grabbing some stairs, and I saw like on the side of something. I grabbed some stairs and kind of went around some stairs real fast. It wasn't kind of like a jump, and then I turned down a walkway, and I looked down the walkway, and I started walking down this walkway. Now, this is the weird part, and it kind of ended after this. As I'm walking towards this walkway, I see this. It's almost like this. I really don't know how to explain it. It's really hard to explain when you come to. I'm walking towards this invisible cloak, blanket of, I can see right through it. So you're like, what are you talking about? The air? Like, no. There is something on the other side of this, like an invisible wall, okay? But there was something on the other side of this wall because I could hear it. I could hear the screaming and the torturing and this and that and burning. And I heard fire and pain and agony and this and that and so on and so forth. And I said, what is that in my mind? And again, another download. That is where I'm trying to think of the correct term it used. That is where the pit is. That is where the pit is. And then I got another premonition of fire and brimstone. That is where the pit is. Fire and brimstone. And I looked, and I was looking at this wall that I could see through, but I just knew it was there. In the spirit form, you just know things. I knew it was there. And I knew it was on the other side, and I heard the screaming, and I knew that's where the demons were torturing people and so on and so forth. I knew that was another sector of hell. When I was there for a minute, I was downloaded more information before I left. This is where the pit is. You're in another sector of hell. So where I was not where the brimstone and fire was, but I was in hell for Christians like myself. So as big as that is, I was in a hell for Christians, people that were lukewarm, that said you love Jesus, but you didn't love Jesus. You loved the idea of it. You loved the escape. You loved the idea that if you say you believe in Jesus, what's the worst that can happen? You can live your life how you want to live your life, but you're going to heaven because you believe in Jesus. Because you know in the Bible, you've heard a few Bible quotes here and there say, I'm the only way to the Father is through me. So you hold on to that and say, oh, I love you, Lord. Every now and then you pray. You talk to your friends about God sometimes when you're drunk. And I'm no better. Some of the things that I've done as well. God told me to make this video when I had this dream, and I held off for this long to make this video. And I'm talking about, this is like a year ago, maybe a year and a half. And I should have made this video right then. And I did make the video. I actually woke up that night and came in here and I made a video. But again, I'm not going to put that out there because I was looking terrible. I was all distraught. I'm telling you, I woke up and I think I was sitting there. My heart was beating fast. I was disheveled. So when that happened, that really messed me up, for real. I'm laughing about it now, but it wasn't a laughing matter at the time when it happened. But it was a hell for Christians. And I was downloaded with this information. So where I was told that all this happened very fast. I was told that there are different sectors of hell. Not everyone's going through the same hell, but all hell is a lack without God. So let me explain this to you again. What hell really is absence of God. This is what I got there. I didn't read this in anybody's notes or watching the YouTube videos, or, I'm not just repeating what anybody said, nothing like that. This is what I got straight up. What hell is absence of God. In that absence of God, there are different torments for your sin and who you are as a person. The Christian that lived on the borderline, that still sinned in the world, but still went to church on Sundays, or every other Sunday, or whenever they felt like it, still prayed every now and then, or maybe you not even prayed so much and just said, oh, I'm a Christian. You were still out there hanging out, doing whatever you was doing, still worried about being the man in the... I'm getting really hard to talk about this because this is some of the stuff that I think about. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the stuff that I struggle with. Still worried about being the man in the world, and all this other stuff. It's stuff that I still struggle with myself, and I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. But or even on the other sector, you call yourself a Christian, and inside your home, you're dead racist. Let me tell you right now, man, there's no black hell and there's no white hell. There's no Spanish hell and there's no Middle Eastern hell. Hell is hell. Heaven is heaven. You can't be a Christian and expect yourself to go to heaven, but you hate everybody that doesn't look like you. Word up. But the other one, as well, that goes for anybody. Anybody, any color you are. If you hate somebody else because of the way they look or how they were born. Anybody. I mean, if for whatever, unless you black and you hate this person, you white, you hate this person, you Spanish, you hate this person, you Asian, you hate this person. Whatever the case is, we're born like that, and we're all children of God. And that is enough to put you in a place that you don't want to be. Do not think because you feel like you're saved or you kind of have the Holy Spirit, that's enough to get you to heaven, because it's not. It's not until you come to a realization that it's not right. So you will be in a sector of hell, just maybe not the hell that is the worst hell, but it's still the worst hell. All hell is terrible. I felt terrible down there. I felt absolutely terrible down there. It was like I was in the worst place I could possibly be. Sorry, I'm messing with my trying to get this right here. Okay. All right, I'm trying to get this right. Sorry. It was like I was in the worst place I could possibly be. With that being said, I was let know again that there are different parts of hell. Anyway, so when I saw the fire and brimstone, I didn't see it. I saw the wall, but I knew, again, I was downloading this information. I knew what was under there. The fire and brimstone was enough for me. And I think I don't know what happened, but then I woke up. Okay. So when I woke up, I tell you I was disheveled. A couple things happened that night. And I went back to bed. And I'll tell you the second one, because this goes hand in hand with this one, but I'll get into other stories later on, but this is another one. So I actually went to bed that night and I had another dream. I see God gave it to me for real that day. Like God he said, if you ask for it, you put it out there like that you want this, I'm going to give it to you this time. Because in reality, I've been asking for it for a long time. And that day I was really serious about it. So when I went back to sleep, I had another dream. And with this dream, this is what let me know what God was trying to tell me. I went back to sleep maybe 35, 40 minutes later after I left this room that I'm in right now, and I went back to my bed to go back to sleep because I was kind of spooked. I fell asleep. All of a sudden, again, Lord, boom, I woke up. Now this time, forgive me if I don't know how to explain this, I was in a space almost, all darkness, as like I was floating, but I was on something solid. I don't know, but it was all dark around me. You would think in darkness you can't see yourself. It wasn't darkness like earthly darkness. It was darkness like universe darkness. Like there's no light anywhere. I can't even see 2 inches in front of me, but I could see my body. So I was in all this dark space, but I could see my body just fine. And I could see my body, like I could see, but I was in total darkness. Hard to explain. I was naked and I was clutching a pretty big Bible because I was in a fetal position. Clutching this Bible like this, and I have another, and I made a video about this too that night, and I'm not going to show you that one either, but I was looking real rough, and I was in my bed talking to the phone. I was clutching the Bible in a fetal position. As I was clutching the Bible in a fetal position, a voice came out the darkness and said, and I'm pretty sure it was God. I know it was God. A voice came out the darkness as I was clutching this Bible in darkness. I had my eyes open and I was naked, clutching a Bible, which is covering up my private parts, clutching this big Bible, and I was in a fetal position, clutching this Bible, laying on my back, kind of floating or laying in this darkness. And this voice came out the darkness and said, you knew my word. God is my witness, dude. You knew my word and you chose to ignore it. My word is like food to the spirit. Eat and fill yourself. You knew my word and you chose to ignore it. My word is like food to the spirit. Eat and have your fill. That's what it was. Okay. My word is like food to the spirit. No, you knew my word and you chose to ignore it. And it was a rumbling voice. You knew my word and you chose to ignore it. My word is like food to the spirit. Eat and have your fill. And right when he said that, I heard this voice. And right when he said that, this guttural, this is going to sound crazy, this guttural howl came out of me. I'm going to do it for you. Okay. It was like, whoo! This howl came from my gut. And it was just an agonizing howl, just of so much pain and sorrow, frustration, panic. Everything came from the pit of my stomach and just came out. And it was going, going, going. And it was like I was in mourning of what God just told me. I was going to say this being, but I know it was God. Of what God just told me. God really told me this. And I'm here. I know his word. You knew who I am. He told me right then, you knew who I am. I've known God my entire life. I've known God my entire life, and I've chose to ignore him sometimes in my life. I'm not that Christian that's going to lie to you and sit here and act like everything's all good, because it's not. I've ignored him for several years. I knew he was the entire time. And I claimed to be a Christian the entire time, or I was a Christian the entire time. I was just a very lukewarm Christian. I still lived in this world. I still lived for the thrill of the moment. And I let my anger and my love, my passion, my everything, my wants, and all this other stuff that we as humans, we live with, run my life. I think about that now, and I get, scares me. But anyways, that was that dream. And I have some more stuff to tell you guys about, but I'm not going to do it on this video. I was taken to hell, and I was giving I'm going to